waiting to be told. Never give up and journey on. Power in play, our hearts are strong. Let the odyssey rise. Let the odyssey rise. Never give up and journey on. Power in play, our hearts are strong. Let the odyssey rise. Let the odyssey rise.
Welcome everyone to another live news section. I am Mike Odyssey, and I want to thank you first for being here live with us as we go over some news inside the world of video games. This includes indie games, which is our new segment in this show or in the channel, because we're discussing indie games as well, and of course everything inside the world of Nintendo. So today we are live once again. And if you're new to the show, if you're new to the live streaming show, first I want to make sure I'm not muted, because any of my streams cannot be a regular stream if I am not muted. And so if you are new to, let me turn off my phone really quickly here. I'll put it on mute. If you are new to this particular live stream, this is a brand new show, Monday through Friday, with live news. Yes, we'll go over everything that has transpired either the day before, even if it's breaking news on the same day, but in a live manner instead of a pre-recorded manner. And then later on in the day, an edited version of this same live stream will be uploaded to the channel for those of you who like content, pre-recorded content. So welcome to the live stream today. As with everyone, I'm going to give a huge shout out. It's not a phone call. It's more like the Ring. Like the little Ring. If you have Ring on your phone, on your home, that little device that has a camera on your doorbell, then if you have it connected to your phone, it does that little chime thing whenever somebody leaves a package or something like that. So I always get them because I have my personal Ring, and I have my mother-in-law's also Ring in my phone, so we always get the same exact alerts. So here, the other news we have, that's not news. That's something that I have on my phone. But welcome to the live stream again, once again, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you're watching on X, you're watching on YouTube, or you're watching on Twitter, or you're watching on Twitch or Facebook, or whatever you're watching from. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Let me go ahead and go over, like every day, I'm going to go over what this live stream will entail, and then we'll jump straight into the news. All right. At the end, we'll have our Q&A, and we'll chat a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and get all of the news part out of the way, because we have big news today to share with you guys. We're going to be talking about Nintendo Direct. We'll be going over the Pokemon Presents from yesterday, and of course, other little pieces of news that I believe you guys will be interested in today's live stream. So once again, thank you so much for being here. Share this live stream with somebody, because who knows, maybe there's somebody out there who loves their news live, and so this is for them. We have a live stream news show now every day, Monday through Friday. All right, so what will this live stream entail of? Let's go over it really quickly, and then we'll jump into the news. All right, so today's show, we have Indie Spotlight. Indie Spotlight is our brand new show segment highlighting everything inside the world of indie games. And this could be one day we'll have an interview. We'll have somebody from developer from the indie games, right? We'll highlight a game. We'll talk about indie news. It could be a plethora of things. It's not necessarily just indie news, but indie related, and something that I want to bring to you guys' attention, right? Or spotlight in that particular show. Today we'll have a specific spotlight that I want to bring you guys' attention to in the world of indie games. Okay. Then we'll go over Nintendo news, right? You guys are regular here. You guys know and you're used to our Nintendo news. We'll go over that. We got a couple stories to talk about there. Then in the Q&A chat, if you want to super chat in your Q&A, you can go ahead and super chat it throughout the show. And then towards the end of the show, we'll go ahead and go over those questions. You can bring in a super chat of any amount, and I'll go ahead and read it at the end of the show. Of course, Odyssey Extra is if you want to extend the life of the live stream by 30 minutes, you can do so with any super chat of $20 or more. You can extend it and say, hey, Mike, I want you to talk about this topic, or I want you to go over this topic, or I want you to play this game, or I want you to live stream or react to this, and I can do that as well. So you guys choose what that extra, Odyssey Extra, will be about. If you want to do an impromptu Mario Kart tournament with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart World, whatever, you guys can say that too. Hey, Mike, $20, Odyssey Extra. Let's go ahead and do a little Mario Kart World here or tour or whatever, right? So let's go ahead. That is basically the format of every show, Monday through Friday, and I'll keep repeating this at least for the first week, and then we'll just kind of jump into the news in the following week, Monday. I'll just go straight into Indie Spotlight. But since the show is still brand new, I just want to go remind you guys of how the show will proceed. We'll start with Indie Spotlight, Nintendo news after. We'll go into a Q&A with you guys. With any super chat, you can go ahead and put your super chat in $1 or $2, whatever, and then put your question. The reason why super chats work is because you guys know I'm legally blind, right? I can't really read everything off the back, and I don't want to miss anything. And using the platform that I use right now, StreamYard, it separates all of the super chats on the side. It'll actually put it on its own so that I can just click on a tab and I know to read everything there. It'll literally bring it to the side and separate your question. And until I find a way to separate questions, other than I'll go ahead and then move to that. But for now, StreamYard, they separate all the super chats to the questions, so you can just super chat any amount, and of course, it also supports the channel, and I appreciate it very, very much. So I hopefully you guys have any questions for me towards the end once we get all through the topics. All right, so now that you guys know the layout of the show, let's go ahead and start with the show itself. Okay, let's go hit here. The first topic I want to go over. Let me go ahead and add some little background music. Let's see, what is this? What do we got here? What do we got? This is okay. That's how about that one? Let's go with that one, right? It's got some Animal Crossing lo-fi music in the background. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in here. I look at the chat every once in a while just to make sure that I am not muted. So I will be looking to the side here because sometimes you guys know you guys take care of me, and I like that. You guys watch over me to make sure that I'm not muted, because sometimes it'll go into mute and I just end up talking to myself for about 30 minutes before I find out. And so you guys got my back. So I'll have my live stream here, your chat right there, very big and highlighted so that I know where I stand. So if you guys can let me know how the stream sounds, does it sound good? Am I muted? You know, and all that stuff. I would really appreciate it, because that helps me a lot. Let me go ahead and pull up the stories real quick here and get the chat on this side here. All right, popping it out. We got it there. All right. And we can make that full screen there. All right, sounds good. I can see this. I can see all the comments right there. Perfect. All right. jump into today's news. Thank you so much, Phil, and thank you, Nerdy Seth, for letting me know. Smash that like button. Thank you, Zelda Player 85. I appreciate you for that. All right, watching before I head to work. All right, yeah, B Little, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day at work today. Let's go. Come on. All right, there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the news right here, real quickly. This is the one. All right, so the first thing I want to highlight today, this is the Indie Spotlight news here, and every Indie Spotlight, I'm gonna go ahead and basically highlight something for you in the world of indie games. The first thing I wanna show you guys is this little device right here. This little device right here. This is, if you don't believe it, this is a computer. This is a little mini PC, as you can see here. It has USB ports right there. It has all the I/O in the back, right? And it's very small. You guys can tell, like, it fits in the palm of my hand like that. It's a mini PC, and this is a mini gaming PC, right? And so it's powered by AMD, and it's very, very cheap. This one cost me, I got it at $150 on sale. And guess what? This is where I play all of my indie games. It's powered by AMD Ryzen 7, and it's powerful enough to play just about all the indie games that are on Steam right now. So I highly recommend this. I don't have links right now, but I'll be sharing. If you guys want me to do a video on this, I'll go ahead and upload a video and recommending some of these, because these are very, very awesome. And I'm telling you, the world of Steam and indie games is massive, and there's so much that we are missing out on just because some of these games don't have the proper marketing, to get in front of our eyeballs, right? And so I want to take care of that. I want to do my part to make sure that I push indie games the best I can, and starting with how to play indie games very affordably, and of course having your own little setup like this. So yeah, I'll start with that. Now, the second way that I want to push indie games is, of course, by showing you where you can find, I will say 99% of the indie games that are out there, right? They are on Steam, steam.com. You can play it on your iOS. I guess they have an iOS and Android Steam app. They have, of course, on your PC or Mac. You can check if your PC already is good enough to run Steam games. All you got to do is just download Steam and have access to that. And of course, you can also play on Mac. There are some games that you'll have to look for the icon, or the Mac icon, on to make sure they are compatible. But I would say a lot of the games are compatible with Mac as well. Now, if you're just hearing about Steam and indie games, well, Steam is a huge mega platform. Steam itself is bigger than the eShop, okay? It's much bigger than the eShop, and it combines games from everywhere. I mean, PlayStation puts games on Steam, Xbox puts games on Steam. The only company you don't see on Steam is Nintendo. That's why we cover Nintendo, right? If Nintendo had games on Steam, I'll just cover Steam, period. But this is a place where you can find games from any platform except for Nintendo here on Steam, right? And where I want to take you today is just to give you a glimpse of how great Steam is the free to play section here. So for the indie spotlight, I'm going to go ahead and take you over to the free to play section of Steam. Okay, and right off the back, you can already see, look at this game right here, the game they're showing up, Overwatch Power Up Season 17, available now. This is a free to play game. Overwatch is everywhere, by the way, but it just gives you an idea of all of the games that are available on Steam. I continue to see here. Look at this. Look at this one. This one's called Stargazer. It's amazing. It's adorable. It's free to play, by the way. Free to play. A lot of these games are free to play, and what they do is they have the little shop inside of them where you can purchase additional things, but you can also earn those things for free. You don't really have to purchase anything. You can just play the game, earn enough coins or completed assignments, and then purchase those things inside the game itself. For anybody who who doesn't have the patience to go over the game and try to, earn the things, then of course they have the little shop in there. They're in-app purchases where you can buy things, but the game is completely free to play. As you can see, this game looks incredible right here. It's called Stargazer. Looks amazing, and so you can see here they have games from everywhere. Like this is Apex Legends. You guys, Apex, not Apex. Apex Legends. You guys know about this game already. We have Delta Force if you are into very story-driven games like this one, Delta Force. I don't think you're gonna find this on Switch. Maybe you will, but I mean, look at the quality of this game. It's free to play, by the way. Free to play. All these crazy, incredible games. Of course, if you like these games, Warframe is also here. We have another game here. It's probably about like anime. Really cool. We have here a VR chat. We also got, if you like shooters, we have Counter-Strike 2, which is like a shooter game. We also have The Sims. Of course, like I said, everything is on here, and in the free to play area. I mean, you don't have to have any money to have fun on Steam. In my personal opinion, the free to play area in Steam is actually better than the free to play area on the eShop, because it has way more games at a higher quality than on Nintendo Switch, right? You can find any game. Look at Dota 2. Look at how incredible these graphics look, right? And so, yeah, I mean, again, Overwatch, and if you scroll down, there's just so many games here in the free-to-play section here. Free-to-play. The majority of these games, I would say the large majority of them, they will, give you a big, I mean, you can play the entire game without spending a dime, right? If you want to upgrade stuff, you can earn it, or you can just go and purchase whatever they're selling within the app itself. But you'll still save a lot of money on the free to games play here at the Steam website. So yeah, I encourage you guys to look into Steam. If you are new to Steam, just visit the website, look through it, see how you like it, right? And see what they have to offer you. They have a very good variety of games and categories you can see here on the left side of the screen. So you can search for whatever category most interests you, and then kind of discover your favorite indie game through there. Of course, they have their Steam Deck and everything like that, and other devices. But I'm gonna go ahead and highlight and present you guys cheaper ways to play Steam and have access to these games with devices like this one. This is my personal Steam computer here, where I play my games, and I only pay like $150 for it. So I'll make a video of that. I'll show you guys more inside the world of Steam. And my friends, that has been today's Indie Spotlight News. Okay, so check that out. Let's go ahead and move over to the world of Nintendo. So Nintendo news. Let's start out with yesterday. Yesterday we had the Pokemon Presents presentation. And well, overall, I thought it was a great presentation. I thought that it was exactly what I was expecting, right? I didn't go into the Pokemon Presents presentation expecting anything big than what they already announced. They announced, of course, they gave us updates on all of their apps. They gave us new apps like Pokemon Friends, which, by the way, I am currently playing right now. I highly recommend it. For those of you who like puzzles, Pokemon Friends is very cool. It's a very, very cool game. You can play and you can collect plushies. They give you like a little room, and as you complete the puzzles, you can collect plushies and just add your favorite Pokemon as a plushie into your room. So, I mean, I'm not too crazy about the plushies, but I like the puzzles. I'm a puzzle player. I love puzzles. And so Pokemon Friends is one that was a big highlight for me. Of course, they talked about the events that are happening inside the world of Pokemon. They talked about this new show that's airing on Netflix. I forgot the name of it. It's probably right here. Pokemon something. Paradise Pokemon? Is it right? Something like that. It's pretty cool because they actually gave us a longer trailer. Pokemon Concierge. So Pokemon Concierge, I saw this. I saw it as a little rom-com Pokemon because the main protagonist, she does have like a sort of love interest in the show, and of course Pokemons are around her and everything. So Pokemon Concierge looks fun. I heard the first at least two to three episodes are already on the Pokemon website if you're interested in that. But Pokemon Presents was a very good showcase. I think it was exactly what I expected. Right, there was nothing. We are in the middle of a transition of a system. There is already a new game out there, Pokemon Legends Arizona, and so we were still not yet delved into that game as much, right? They did announce the Pokemon Legends Arizona Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which was awesome, and it looked crazy. It looks beautiful. I mean, it looks fantastic compared to the Switch one. Still, Switch looks great. I've never had any issues with the Nintendo Switch version of Pokemon games, right? I know a lot of people are into the frame rates and all this stuff, but even with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and all the stuff that people were finding, I never had an issue with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and so yesterday they announced the Switch 2 edition along with other other things within the game. So they gave us a bigger trailer, and I believe it was a good Pokemon Presents. What else did we see in here? Pokemon Champions is one of the highlights that I saw from this Presents as well. It's a game that I'm so looking forward to, and so they went into it deeper. You can train your Pokemon and raise them, and then this is Pokemon Masters EX, but Pokemon Champions, Pokemon Sleep. So yeah, they offered updates into all of the Pokemon games, apps, and future games that have been already announced. So it was just mostly updating everything. Pokemon Legends Arizona is coming out in October, which is very, very cool. I highly recommend also picking up the Pokemon Friends app, which is awesome. It's a puzzle game. It'll keep you busy for a couple hours completing puzzles and stuff like that. Keep your brain challenged, which is awesome. I highly encourage you to check that out. Right? They announced a raid happening with Pokemon, with 5 crystallized Pokemons, the shiny ones and stuff. And so yeah, if you missed it out, the entire Pokemon Presents is on their YouTube channel right here. I'm already on it, the Pokemon official YouTube channel. So we have that there. Now, they did not only announce the Presents, right, and had all of the games and updates, but outside of the Pokemon Presents, Nintendo went ahead and dropped this little nugget right here. Pokemon Legends Arizona Nintendo Switch edition. And it's not even an edition, it's more like a bundle. Okay? A Nintendo bundle with the Nintendo Switch 2 and Pokemon Legends. So there is no theme, sadly. I think this was a missed opportunity to have Pokemon be the first themed Nintendo Switch 2. And I think it would have sold like crazy. But, I think it will still sell. And I think that's why they bundled it. Just because Pokemon is, I think, the biggest franchise Nintendo has right now. Yeah, on top of Mario. And it comes to video game sales. And so the Pokemon industry is huge. So what they are giving you is a bundle similar to Mario Kart World at $499. The game is $70 on Nintendo Switch 2. So you end up saving about $20 when you bundle. So if you don't own a Nintendo Switch 2, you are waiting for a Pokemon game to jump in, then this is the best way, because you get the Nintendo Switch 2, plus you save $20 when you bundle a Switch 2 with Pokemon Legends ZA. As you can see here, pre-orders are still available everywhere, right? And you get one per person here. I'm logged out, so look, I'm not even logged in, and the pre-order link is active. And so there are also pre-orders for the same bundle throughout all of the other stores: Target, GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart. They also have their pre-order sites are up. So there you have it. That's another way for you to get into Nintendo Switch 2 if you'd like to save 20 bucks on your first game, just like we saved $30 on Mario Kart World. All right, so that is it for the Pokemon news. Yesterday we had the presents, and we also had the launch of the pre-order for the Pokemon Legends bundle for Switch 2. Let's move on to other news here. Nintendo yesterday, they added 26, you heard me right, 26 NES titles added to Nintendo Music. That's like the it's like, all right, let's just throw in all these games and their music on NSO, on Nintendo Music. Yes, you have to have NSO to enjoy Nintendo Music. It sucks. I wish you did. But yeah, you have to have NSO to at least the base NSO to have Nintendo Music. And so these are all of the NES titles they added. They added Baseball, Balloon Fight, Clue Clue Land, Dever World, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Donkey Kong Jr. 3, Duck Hunt. I want to try that one out. Excitebike. I love Excitebike. F1 Race, Golf, Gomoku, Narabe, Nenji. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. We have Gyromite, Hogan's Alley, Ice Climber, Match Rider, Mahjong, Mario Brothers. Wasn't Mario Brothers already part of it? Mario Brothers, Pinball. Oh, maybe this is Mario Brothers, like the pipe game, not the Super Mario Brothers. So they added Mario Brothers, the original pipe game, instead of the Super Mario Brothers with levels and stuff like that. So it's just the pipe with the little shell games. Pinball, Soccer, Stack Up, Tennis, Urban Champion, Wild Gunman, and Wrecking Crew. All of those game music were added to Nintendo Music yesterday. 26 classic games. So it's 26 classic games, but with all of the music from those games on NSO. That's a lot of music. So if you grew up with these titles, right, or if you were, maybe you're just kind of curious to see what a game like Duck Hunt has when it comes to their background music, because I just remember sound effects and the little winning effects and everything, but I don't remember an actual soundtrack. I need to go back and listen to it. Golf, that's a Nintendo game. Golf, what kind of soundtrack that they had, we'll find out. I mean, it's all there now on Nintendo Music, so that's very, very cool from Nintendo to do. Next, in Europe, for my friends over in the Europe area, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are watching right now, because I made this show this early with you guys in mind, because I know that it's a different time zone, and I wanted to make sure that it was early enough for you guys to catch the show live as well. So for you all in Europe, Nintendo has a summer sale now live. There's a lot of games on discount, which is very cool. There's no list here, but yeah, there is a lot of discounted games from Nintendo. For example, Age of Calamity is now £33. Let's see here, 13. Let's see, The Lost Crown, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, only 13. We got the Metroid Prime Remastered for only £26 as well. So there's a lot of cool sales happening over for my friends over in Europe. So yeah, that's it there for you. In other news, we got Donkey Kong Bonanza. Producer reveals what Miyamoto got up to when testing. So they had Miyamoto involved in Donkey Kong Bonanza as they developed their levels. If you have played Donkey Kong Bonanza, you know that there are levels. There's open world zones levels, right? But there's like terrain. There's like the big. You keep going. It's a world. You keep going lower and lower and lower inside the world, visiting a lower terrain, but it's still like an open world area. open world zone, right? And so they had Shigeru Miyamoto involved in at least testing each area to see how he felt about it. And so let's go ahead and read here to see what he said. This is very, very interesting here. It says here, a recent interview with Donkey Kong Bonanza producer and Super Mario Odyssey director Kenta Motokura has revealed what happened when the legendary Shigeru Miyamoto got his hands on the 3D platformer. Miyamoto went on early in development and learned were extremely cautious as to what he thought and what he would do. So they were really nervous, of course. Miyamoto really testing out a Donkey Kong game that's his baby. And so it turns out Miyamoto liked to stick to one single sub-level and completely decimate as much of the terrain as he possibly could. Mr. Motokura said that he and the team thought this was a good thing, and it proved that everyone approaches Bonanza differently. So here's a quote. Luckily, the team wasn't going in blind. They had help from an all-star playtester, which is Miyamoto. We had Miyamoto-san check the game occasionally, says Motokura, but instead of progressing through the game, he just stuck to one point, smashing and digging all around a lot. It was a good thing to see him playing that way. It proved that there are a lot of things that players could potentially be curious about in the game. And this is true. This is true because as I find myself playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, I made it to the very end, like the very last level. I'm about to fight the final battle, but I didn't want to finish the game because it was so much fun. I went back up to the first level and I started just blasting terrain, getting any bananas that I missed. And I'm not going too much into the game because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But the game is like that. The game is so much fun, you know, and I think that Miyamoto kind of discovered that early on, where he just started blasting everything because it's so much fun to just destroy the entire world, destroy everything in the world, right? You have an option to reset and put everything back, but you can destroy everything and it stays destroyed. It saves it. So if you go back to the first level, you'll find everything you destroyed exactly the same, unless you want to reset and you want to bring it all back. So I understand why Miyamoto took that time just to kind of destroy everything, and I think it's awesome, right? And the Mario Odyssey world killed it with Donkey Kong Bonanza. In my opinion, I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is a much better game than Mario Odyssey, but it's because this is a Switch 2 game. It has to be bigger. It has to be more impressive. So I don't take away anything from Mario Odyssey. I think this Mario Odyssey is a great Nintendo Switch 1 game, but this is Nintendo Switch 2, and it's a bigger, much better game, and they could do more with it than they did with Mario Odyssey back in the day. And the same thing I'm going to say for Mario, the next 3D Mario game, when that Mario game is announced, I'm sure that the next Nintendo Switch 2 Mario game will be bigger and better than maybe Donkey Kong Bonanza, right? And that's how way it works. We keep getting bigger, keep getting better. With better software, hardware, things can improve, and will be wild even more. So hopefully that is the case once we get that announcement in the world. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the last topic of today is the Nintendo Direct. Yes, Nintendo Direct. So Nate the Hate, right? Nate the Hate states again that he believes Nintendo Direct is happening this month. Now, you know what? It's July 23rd. There really isn't enough time in this month. You know, we have how many days we have left in this month? Let me go ahead and open the calendar because it's closed. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say 6 days in which Nintendo could make a direct, and this is I'm including tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, even Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Thursday of next week is the last day of July. So Nate the Hate still just going down and saying, hey, we are still getting a direct. July isn't over. It's happening this month. And well, it could be apparent that it is not this week unless Nintendo all of a sudden today drops an announcement for tomorrow. And if we do get a direct, it could be announced next week, Tuesday, since Nintendo likes to announce a direct from one day to the next. And normally directs are either Wednesday or Thursday. So let's go ahead and read here from what has been said about this Nintendo Direct. So prominent video game leaker Nate the Hate, also known as Nate Drake, has doubled down on his statement that he believes a Nintendo Direct presentation is happening this month. He has said this a couple of times and seems quite confident that a Nintendo showcase will be taking place. Obviously, the massive Donkey Kong Bonanza is out now, and fans are naturally wondering what's next for Nintendo Switch 2. Hopefully, we won't have to wait long to find out. But a Direct is still happening in July, to my knowledge. That's basically what he said. But it's weird. This is the quote that he made at the bottom, if you guys can see there. And this is his quote. But a Direct is still happening in July, to my knowledge, and that's it. Basically it. I don't know why the question mark there. I don't get it. But that's his quote. Jamboree is coming out tomorrow, as Lottie pointed out. Thank you for that, Lottie. And so yeah, there's still a lot that we don't know about. For example, there are games that have not yet gotten a release date. Let's go ahead and go over really quickly in the same Nintendo Direct spirit of conversation. Let's go ahead and go over the Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch games that have yet to have a release date. Let's see here. Let me know if you guys can see that. Let me know if you guys can see that list there. So, in the spirit of Nintendo Directs, we have here games that have been announced. Right now, we are right here. Tomorrow is Mario Party Jamboree. This is the next one, the next release, right? Mario Party Jamboree TV is happening tomorrow. All right. And then we have Drag X Drive. This is also happening in August. Drag X Drive is a brand new game, digital only. I played it at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. The best game you can play to take advantage of the mouse features. You play both mouse features at the same time, and the haptic feedback for those mouse features is I think that's the best haptic you're gonna feel using those mouse features. Like the haptic feedback with the mouse features on top of that. Drag X Drive is a game that some people are underestimating. I played it myself. Believe it or not, it was one of my highlights at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience just because of that. And so that is coming out very soon, in August. Next month in August 14th. Then this is followed by, also in August 28th, we're going to get Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Again, this is another addition to Nintendo Switch 2 with another story to tell for Kirby the Forgotten Land. You could kind of see it as a DLC, right? But DLC that's only Switch 2 exclusive for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Then Pokemon Legends ZA or Arizona or ZA or Legends Pizza. That one is coming on October 16th, right? Now, from this point, after Pokemon Legends Arizona or ZA or Pizza, there is nothing else with a release date, only release years, okay? So 2 games, Kirby Air Riders and Metroid Prime 4 have a release date, a release year. So Kirby Air Riders and Metroid Prime 4. I don't know whether Kirby Air Riders, let me look that up because I feel like Kirby Air Riders did get a release date. Let me go ahead and Let's see here. Let's look it up. So yeah, it's just scheduled for 2025. There is no current release date. Even on the Nintendo website here, there is no current release date for Kirby Air Riders as of yet. So yeah, Kirby Air Riders is still a game that's coming out this year. This year, 2025. And has no release date. Then we have Metroid Prime Beyond 2025. Still no release date. That one needs a release date. That one needs a release date, but it also needs some type of a push. A push, like like a little direct, dedicated to it, something that can highlight the game and give us more to learn, other than it's another game like Metroid Prime 3 or 2 or 1, right? We need to find out what's new about Metroid Prime 4, besides what we played about it, because I played it at the Switch 2 experience. I enjoyed it. I know the mouse controls make it a lot more fun, but we need to find out what else does Metroid Prime 4 Beyond have in store, because it took a long time for this game to come to fruition. So we want to find out more about it, and hopefully Nintendo could give it a bit more push. All right, so let's see here, Kirby Air Riders. Then we have 2026 games that are in the oven right now. We have Rhythm Heaven Groove, and then we have Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. These two are for Nintendo Switch games, and I'm glad that Nintendo still have game coming out for Nintendo Switch. Yeah, there are still. Nintendo Switch still has the majority of players on the system, right? More than Switch 2 at this point. And so there are games still coming to Nintendo Switch. Hopefully they announce more games coming to Nintendo Switch in this upcoming Direct. Can you imagine? I'm going to throw it out there because this is just a tradition at this point. The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword. Not Skyward Sword. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD for Nintendo Switch, right? And then maybe hopefully have a Nintendo Switch 2 version of it. But I'll just throw it out there just because it's a tradition before every Direct to throw out those games out there to see if they actually stick. But yeah, Nintendo's not done yet with Nintendo Switch 1. And so there are still games out there. Rhythm Heaven Groove and Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. You guys out there, you guys willed Tomodachi Life into existence because, man, that was one of the most anticipated games almost in every Direct. Tomodachi Life, and hey, now you're getting it in 2026. Now we also have two other games here that say TBA. It's Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, but I heard this one was 2025 also. Let me go ahead and do a little more research on that. It does mention 2025 here for Age of Imprisonment, although on the press website doesn't give it a release date. On Nintendo's own platform, it gives us a TBA. So Age of Imprisonment might have been announced for 2025, but might not make it to 2025. I mean, maybe 2026. As you can see here, initial release date 2025 for Age of Imprisonment. But Nintendo themselves on their personal website, here, this is the official website for Nintendo, has a TBA on it. And for us, the press, what I'm showing you here, this website with the list, this is the press website, guys. This is what Nintendo gives us, the press, to share with you, right? The official information they want us to share. And so that I'm just sharing my screen. You can see here in the corner, it says press room, right? And so I'm sharing my screen, showing you what Nintendo exactly has confirmed and kind of, giving us to give you guys as real information. And so for Hyrule Age of Imprisonment, it still has a TBA on it. So it looks like Nintendo doesn't want us quite to say, hey, 2025 is the year for that game. We don't know yet. We'll probably find out in this Nintendo Direct. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 titles, 6 games from Nintendo that need to have some type of information, updated. And so this upcoming Nintendo Direct, or I should say, this rumored upcoming Direct, Nate the Hate, and of course, we have Woods from Beat 'em Ups, who was the first one to let us know about the Direct this month. It's these games are ones that we want to see updated, giving some type of information, right? I believe these TBA games, especially Splatoon Raiders, could be a 2025 game or 2026. Right now, there is no official information listed here on the press website. So, my friends, that is all the information we have. That right now you are all up to date on what Nintendo has officially stated, right? For the rest of this year, and games that have yet to release any type of announcement. So 2026, yeah, it could be Splatoon Riders for 2026, like Lottie just brought up. Let's see here, Metro Prime 2 and 3 before 4. Yeah, I believe it or not, I think J Biggs, if that happens, I believe that if Metroid Prime 4, let's say a Direct happens next week, then I can see that happening if Metroid Prime 4 is November. That way 2 and 3 are shadow dropped, right? Are shadow dropped, and not a remake, but more like an HD version. And then 4 comes up in November. So that's one I think could happen. But I do believe, like David said, a big push from Metroid. Yeah, Metroid does need a big push. And I think that big push can start with Metroid Prime 2 and 3, right? And then an announcement for Metroid Prime 4, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, like a Direct happening later on for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I still believe there will also be a September Direct, just because September will be where Nintendo will give us a lot of the games that are coming next year in 2026, alongside the beginning of the Super Mario 40th anniversary. And so I think September is going to be a big month for a Nintendo Direct. If, let's say, for some reason we don't get a Direct this next week, right? And I can't. I'm not a leaker. I'm not an insider. Yes, Nate the Hate is very a credible leaker, right? But there's also something called a calendar. Calendars can change. They can just delay things or just, move forward. But if in case we don't get a Direct this month, for sure the September one has to happen with the 40th anniversary of Super Mario, which is gonna be crazy, gonna be nuts. Yeah. So you think Power Mad K says I think September Direct could be pushed back to October. Really? Anybody in the chat knows when the Super Mario 40th anniversary takes place? What is the exact date of the Mario's 40th anniversary? I know it, but I can't remember right now. So if you guys can go ahead and then put that in there, let me know what you think. Yeah. So for Super Mario Jamboree, I think you do need a camera. You have to have a camera for Super Mario Jamboree TV. Yes, you do. They mentioned that. That one is camera driven. I have a video. I do have a video with affordable cameras. You can get one on Amazon for like $15. September 13, which let's see here. September 13. September 13. That falls on a Saturday. So September 17 or maybe September 10 could be the Nintendo Direct for September. Yeah. Nobody really knows, not even the exact date Super Mario Brothers. Hey, I know the exact date Super Mario Brothers was released because I was a baby around that time. I was a baby for the Super Mario Brothers release. It came out. The game came out on September 13, 1985, right? And that was on the Nintendo Entertainment System on the NES. Yeah, so 1985 was the so yeah. Nintendo GameCube. Hi, Mike. I'm helping with the Zelda movie costumes. Be excited. What? Send me pictures. I will not share them. Send me pictures at hello@mikeodyssey.com, and I will not share them. I will not share them. I'll just look at them. So, my friends, that is the Nintendo Direct information. Hopefully, we get some information. We get a good Direct this time around. And now it's time. If you guys have any questions you guys wanna be to be part of the Q&A, you can do so right now with any super chat. I think we have one. We have a super chat by Holly Lampert. Thank you so much, Holly, for your super chat. Was there a question, Holly? Are you still in the chat? And is there a question that you wanted to write with your super chat? Because I don't think you probably missed that part. Well, let me know if you have any question, and I will go ahead and answer that for you. Thank you so much, Holly, for the super chat. And of course, if you are a member on the channel, you can go over and then your member chat, you can use it as a super chat question. So just use your member chat and then go ahead and write your question there, and I can go ahead and answer that for you in the chat. All right, so let's go ahead here. I'm gonna go ahead and this banner here, Q&A. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and create a new one. Q&A. All right, now. All right, so I want to add this banner here really quickly. All right, I'm waiting on Holly to see if she has a question here because she had a super chat, but I didn't see a question. Sometimes it happens to me where you put a super chat in there and you don't see the question right away. So if anybody has any questions you want to super chat in, go ahead, and I'll go ahead and answer those for you right away. Let's see here. In the meantime, enjoy this beautiful, nice little soundtrack of Animal Crossing background music. Let me go ahead and do some research here very, very quickly here. Log in. Yeah, like Pokemon 34 said, yeah, for this show, the questions are super chat questions. For any super chat, you can go ahead and submit your questions. On the podcast there's Q&A, but on this show is super chat questions. Any super chat amount, you can ask your question, or you can use a members chat as well. So if you have a members chat, you can also use that as your question as well. So make sure if you are a member of the channel, check to see if you have a super chat. You have a chat question, and you can go ahead and submit that as your question as well. Okay. All right. I'll check this one here quick. All right. Code. 803. 803. All right. Checking something about Nintendo Switch 2 in the bundle. All right. All right, so it looks like, excuse me, it does look like you can order a second Nintendo Switch if you have an account. Just wanted to bring that up there because I was logged out for the Switch 2 bundle. I was logged out for the Switch 2 bundle, and so it showed the pre-order. And I logged into my account. It's still letting me buy the Nintendo Switch with the Pokemon. So if you want to order a second Nintendo Switch bundle with maybe give us the Switch to somebody else, whatever, then you can still buy a second one. It's not just for new people now. All right, Renee, thank you so much for the 2 months. What is your question, Renee? Do you have your question? Do. You can go ahead and type your question in, Renee, if you have a question. See, just like Renee just shared her member, if you are a member of the channel, you can kind of go on the super chat area and you have that selection for that. Just share that. And then I just want to let you know. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and hide it there. Renee. Just want to let Mike know that I enjoy his videos for encouragement. Thank you so much, Renee. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you, Renee, and I appreciate your support. I read all of your comments, and I read all of you guys' comments too of encouragement, and I really do highly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we still have a super chat from here from Holly to see if she's still here. I'm not sure if Holly's still here, that I can answer that question for her. All right, so oof, wow. All right, so if there are no questions for the Q&A section, we can end it right here. I want to remind you, and thank you so much, Pokemon fan. If you guys want to join our Discord, you can also do that as well. Join our community, and then get involved with the community. Right? We are kind of like a family here, right? The more you get involved, the more you get attached, the more you kind of become part of us here. And so, yeah, on Friday also we have our podcast. Every Friday night we have the Topic podcast at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Podcast goes for about an hour and a half. Of course, we have also our Q&A at the podcast. That Q&A is completely free. You can go ahead and ask your questions there. And then Joycey, Paul, NC64 Josh, and myself will answer those questions for you on the podcast. If you have not done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the channel. If you are watching from X, go ahead and follow the Odyssey right there as well. If you're watching on Twitch as well, go ahead and hit that little follow there as well. I'm still new at Twitch, learning every single day more and more. I thank you so much. We have 356 viewers right now, which is amazing. It's our top show for today, and I really do appreciate you. So yeah, go ahead and follow on X if you have not done so yet. Tomorrow we'll have another show. We'll also we'll be live Monday through Friday. Then next week, of course, we'll still be live here. This is the Indie Nintendo News. We got Indie Spotlight, we got Nintendo News, we got Q&A, and we got Odyssey Extra. So that is the show for today, guys. My friends, thank you so much for being here. You guys are been more than amazing. I will see you guys in the next one. If you have any ideas that you want to see on this show, hey, join the Odyssey, drop it down below in the comments of this after we go live here. I'm gonna ask if you guys have any ideas of what else you want to see on this Monday through Friday live show. I will be more than happy to read all your questions, to answer you, and of course to better the show for you guys, because that's that at the end. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that you guys are and you enjoy the show, you are entertained, and we have an amazing show moving forward. My friends, if you have not heard the brand new theme song for the channel, let me know in the chat if you guys heard the brand new theme song of the channel. If you didn't, I'm going to share that with you right now. Stick around for a little bit. I'll stick around in the chat with you guys until the live stream ends and you guys get to hear the brand new Odyssey. The Odyssey, I don't know what to call it. Maybe the Journey song. Call it the Journey song. Let's call it that. Let's call it the Journey song. And it's about all of you. It's about this journey, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hear the Journey song, along with the shout out to all of our members.
And power everywhere, from pixel dreams to indie gold, stories waiting to be told.